Today, Sunday the 12th of September. This morning I've been to a car boot sale flea market, and this is what I bought. A couple of Eclipse saws made it into the bag today. A Eclipse 66, which I'm sure you've all seen featured on other channels such as Tool Addict and Nash Rathbone, and even Scout Crafter perhaps, where you can slacken off the nut move the saw around, tighten up the nut again, and you've got a different angle for handling the saw. The other Eclipse saw that made it into the bag was this number 55, which I've not seen one before, I have to admit, and it's basically a saw blank where you attach a hacksaw blade and use the backing to give you a traditional saw. And it's got some suggestions here for what you're sawing and what kind of saw blade, a hacksaw blade, to attach. And I thought that was very interesting. That should clean up nicely. The blades are attached to these little nuts at the bottom, so all you've got to do is unscrew those and swap over to a blade of choice. Those were 50p each. These two items were 20p each. Got a nice metal angle gauge. And one of these footprint wrenches with a push button action where you slide rather than unscrew and reinsert the pin. Very handy. That'll go in my second toolbox. Another footprint item I got was this. Little hacksaw blade handle with a rusty blade, and that came with this screwdriver, which is another of these big Stanleys with a long blade. These two items were £1 altogether. This was my first purchase of the day. A handy Leatherman type multi-tool, and that was £3, in reasonable condition, a bit slightly battered but not rusty really. And this small rasp, which I thought was okay. I overpaid at £1. These three items were £1 together, reasonable handle for maybe that rasp. Oh, that's too big, I think. A punch, which is a Moore and Wright. And some slightly sticky small long nose pliers. This screwdriver was 50p, and from the same seller I got this ratchet strap. This was also 50p. A bit of a heavy duty one. The last ones I had were more or less made out of cheese. And Next up is this small and slightly bent ratchet screwdriver, a Layris model. Ratcheting works, just a bit gummy, so that'll need a bit of straightening up action. My most expensive purchase of the day was fixings. So I got several boxes of these screws. I think Ricer is a good make. So there's 8 of those, plus a couple of boxes of self-tappers. They were £1 a box, which I thought was okay because they're all more than half full. Last couple of items. This hammer, slight swell on the handle, so it's the first one with a bulb on the bottom. What's this unusual screwdriver, which I thought was a red one, but I got it home, saw that it was a fuzzy drive tip, and it's blue, as it should be. And that seller gave me those two for 50p, and he sold me the toolbox there, which will keep hold of the collection, for £3. And that's today's purchases. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.